Always Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you this cold March night out to the shed of many names. This is a video I've been needing to make for a while, and I apologize. I'm going to have to start making these more often. I have some amazing, y'all are amazing. I love each and every one of you. I have been truly blessed with some amazing gifts. So let's get started on the gifts of blessings. I absolutely love them. Okay, now as usual, I don't know what the deal is with Amazon, but I never know anymore who sends me these amazing gifts. So I thank you now. I don't know who you are, but you are a true blessing. Thank you. This was sent to me by one of my wonderful owls, and it's Wise Owl Outfitters. It is a hammock, and I am so happy to have this, and I absolutely love the name Wise Owl. And it's a really good hammock. It's a camping hammock, actually. And I cannot wait to get to try it out, which is going to have to happen here soon, you know. I'm going to finally get time to relax. And not only is it a Wise Owl, it's a single owl. It's a single person hammock. I don't know which one of y'all sent it to me, but I want to thank you so much. And I apologize that it's took me so long to say thank you for it. I absolutely love it, and thank you. Next is a big, wonderful box of goodies. I want to thank Angel for sending this to me. I am so happy. Now, a lot of people don't know they are medicinal and can be used in many ways. And I'll go into more description when I go to plant them about the medicinal benefits. Tonight, I just want to say thank you for sending me these wonderful gifts. I have black locust tree seeds and honey locust tree seeds. I am so happy. Look at all those seed pods. Wonderful. Let's see, make sure y'all can see. Look at that bag of seed pods. Needless to say, I'm going to be a busy girl planting these. And then in here is a wonderful handwritten letter. And this one is honey locust seeds that she was nice enough to shell. And these are the black locust seeds. And I can't tell you how happy I am to see both of these. Not only are they medicinal, but I could use them as they get older for crafting. You can use them for fence posts. They are also foods for native butterflies. And the hummingbirds love the blooms. So do the wildlife will eat the pods, especially from the honey locust. Because yes, I can make a syrup from honey locust pods as well. But I'll go into more description when I get ready to plant them. And I just want to thank you, Angel, so much. This was just, I wasn't expecting anything this big, and I just got so happy. Next, I have to thank Red. Because I tried to one-up Red because of all that she's done for me since she's been one of the owls. And she got me back. Which is great. I love it. She sent me this beautiful card. I'll answer what you wrote inside here soon. I'm sorry. I appreciate everything, everyone. I'm just so busy. And it makes me feel bad that I don't get to respond to y'all as fast as I want to, but I will answer you. She sent me some amazing medicinal seeds, and I cannot say thank you enough. She sent me, and these are her own homegrown seeds, which makes them even more special. I have California poppy seeds, which will be good for pain medication too, and several other medicinal usages. Homegrown calendula seeds. Now I have some seeds, but they're not homegrown, but now I have them. Thank you. Look at that, all those seeds. I'm going to have so much fun. I'm going to have to make sure I get some out in the garden as well. And this one just makes my heart really happy because I've been trying to get a hold of these seeds. She sent me a whole bunch of homegrown ashwagandha seeds. This is a true blessing right here, ashwagandha seeds. I cannot say how happy I am. And Red, you have truly blessed me once again. And I'm going to have to find a way so I can bless you back as well. But I am so happy for these seeds. So happy. And yes, people, I'm a seed addict. I can't help it. I'd rather be a seed addict than addict to other things, because there's some bad stuff out there. Now this next one, look at this beautiful card. Blessed are the givers. This one is from Regina Hunter. Thank you so much. I am so happy. I've been wanting these seeds for a long time. It says, and grateful are the receivers. Thank you so much. And she says, thank you for all you do. Thank you. I appreciate it. It makes my heart beyond happy to know that what I'm doing makes others happy. And I'm trying to teach as well as I can with what I have. And I hope you each enjoy my videos and what I do. I have been wanting to grow these for a long time. They might give my okra, my tall okra, a run for their money. She blessed me with tree collards and tree kale seeds. I cannot wait to start these. It's too cold at the moment, but you know what? They're going to be in the garden, and I cannot tell you how happy I am about these. Now, one thing a lot of people don't know about the tree collards and the tree kale, they get tall, and I mean really tall. And a lot of people don't know that you can take the stalks and make walking sticks out of them. Yes, walking sticks. But I am so looking forward to growing these and harvesting them and eating the daylights out of them. Yes. And I'm going to have to make sure that I stake them up very well because they get tall. I've seen them up to 14, 16 feet tall. Yes, they're a beautiful sight. Thank you so much, Regina. I can't tell you how happy I am. Thank you. Next is an amazing gift that I have been searching and questing for a long time. I cannot thank you, Tammy, enough. Now, I will say, Tammy, your version of Not Many Seeds is so not my version of Not Many Seeds. Not Many Seeds is like 10, 20 seeds. Oh no, this is going to be plenty enough for a really good harvest, as well as being able to put back a whole lot of seed stock. Tammy blessed me with finding Missouri Wonder green beans. I finally have Missouri Wonder beans. Look how beautiful those beans are. I should have showed all the other seeds. I'm sorry, people. But look at those. Now, she said those are not many beans. This makes my heart happy because I'm going to have plenty of beans to plant. And these are hard, rare heirloom to get a hold of, which makes me even happier because my heirloom collection just continues to get bigger. And I intend for it to continue to get bigger because I want to make sure that everybody's able to get a hold of heirloom seeds, because that's what we're going to have to start growing, people, if you want to save seeds. Get away from those hybrids. Get back to natural heirlooms. And this one is a really old heirloom. This one comes from Appalachia. It's a pole bean. It's called Cades Cove. And if I remember right, I think it goes by stick bean. Look at that. She said not many seeds. That's a beautiful sight right there. Let me tell you, a beautiful sight. To me, that is a whole lot of beans. A whole lot of beans, and I can't wait to get these in the ground. But I'm going to wait, believe me, because I don't want nothing to happen to these beans at all. I want to make sure and pray that every one of these beans comes up and grows good and strong. Last but definitely not least is this beautiful card. A good person is a gift to the whole world. Thank you. That means the world to me. Thank you. This was sent to me by Finding Happiness in All You Do. Wonderful channel. Love her channel. She blessed me with some seeds from a 7-pound butternut squash. And I cannot wait to grow these babies because, yes, not only will I continue to save the seeds, but I'll have plenty of butternut squash to put back this fall. And I am so looking forward to planting these babies and see if I get 7-pound butternut squash just like its parent plant did. And she says, may you be blessed and know you're amazing. Thank you, darling. It means the world to me. I am blessed because of all the owls that are part of my channel. Y'all are all amazing in so many ways, and I am blessed I can't even really say how blessed I am and how thankful I am for each and every one of y'all. Y'all mean the world to me, and thank you. Now next, we're going to talk about weather. I don't know if a lot of y'all pay attention to the weather, but I do because it's a changing. And like I said, you need to keep journals of the weather so you can kind of know what to look forward to next year, because each year the weather's going to change and it's going to be drastic. Now these storms that are steadily rolling through, they're getting stronger and they're doing more destruction. Prayers go out to those outside of Nolans. An F3 tornado went through. Now, I watched a video. I wouldn't have believed it until I saw it. I watched a tornado that usually pulls up when it crosses rivers. This is the second one that hasn't pulled up. This F3 went right across the river. And down there, Mississippi River is extremely wide, very wide. It walked right across the top of that river like it wasn't even there. And it done a lot of damage in New Orleans. And my heart and prayers go out to all of y'all that have been through so much pain, suffering, and destruction due to all these storms. And like I said, these storms are getting worse and stronger. And this is just the beginning. It's going to get even more interesting. I heard yesterday around Birmingham, Alabama, and around that area, they were getting rain at the amount of 9 inches per hour from regular thunderstorms. Now, you can expect something like that kind of from a hurricane, but not thunderstorms. 1 to 5 inches of rain, maybe an hour, 9 plus. That's unheard of. And of course, we've been very cold here, and we actually had a winter this year, but I can tell I don't think it's done much to kill the mosquitoes, unfortunately. They're getting a little harder to kill. Just keep your eyes on your weather. If you don't watch weather, you don't have to watch the news to watch weather. Watch the radars. Pay attention to the weather around you, because if you're a gardener, if you grow food, you should know the weather. If you're a farmer, if you raise animals, you should know what the weather's going to be. There's no excuse not to know what the weather's going to be. Like I said, you don't have to watch the news. Read the radars. Watch the forecast. And of course, sometimes take the forecast with a grain of salt, because it'll change. But at least know what the possibility that's coming down the pike might be. And pay attention. The animals are one that you can trust. If storms are coming, animals are going to act up, get spry, or cower and hide. You know to pay attention if the animals or the birds or the insects act weird. Pay attention. Watch the plants. The plants will tell you. There's so much that you're going to start needing to do to pay attention and to survive what's coming down the pike. That's just one side of it all. Now I'm going to take a small break. And for those who can't handle reality or don't want to know what's really going on in the world that you're not being told, well, you might want to cut the video off now. If you want to know what's coming down the pike that you're not being told about, and what you should know about, you might want to get you a cup of coffee, some sweet tea, a drink or something, because this is going to be a bumpy ride, because there's a lot going on that people are not being told about, and there's a lot of cover-ups, the usual blame game, and the deceit, the constant deceit. And I'm tired of it, and the people deserve the right to know what's going on. I'll be right back here in a bit. Okay, people, and like everybody knows, you can search this out, what I'm saying. You can also find the description in the description box, well, the link in the description box to my MeWe page as well. So you can read the articles yourself or do the research yourself. It's out there, but they don't want you to find it. They don't want you to find it. But like I said, underground news, people. Don't trust mainstream media as far as you can throw them, nor your governments. And this goes for every one of these governments. So, with all that being said, let's get started now. I have wrote notes down only because I don't want to tell y'all falsely. And there's just so much to talk about in this video that I want to make sure that I keep it all straight, because last thing I want to do is to lie or tell it falsely. So, first one on the list. Who has signed a major contract with T-Systems to build a worldwide electronic database of all of those who have been jabbed, and for every vaccination that you get. Now, this is very important. This way they can keep track of you. This is not paranoia. This is telling you the truth, because this is going back to what they're planning on doing, and of course it's worldwide rationing. Rationing has already started, and what they plan on doing is combining the ration card with the Vax card, and well, you know what that means. If you don't have the Vax card, guess what else you won't have? You won't have the ration card. Now, what does that tell you, people? You've got to grow food. You've got to start preserving as much as you can, putting back as much as you can, because there's a lot of cover-ups going on, and I'll go more in detail. Now, this stuff going on with Russia and Ukraine, it's a cover-up, because if Russia really wanted that country, they would have done had it. It would have done been over and done with. Now, here's the interesting part, that you hear little snippets here and there, but nobody's telling the truth. America's not innocent. Never has been. Hasn't been for a very long time. And they sure aren't talking about the 25 biological biolabs over in the Ukraine. 3 owned, we know for a fact, by the Pentagon. Money has been funneled over there, and we're talking about billions of taxpayer dollars going over there. Not only taxpayer dollars, but American pharmaceutical company dollars going over there to build these biolabs. Now, we learned our lesson about the other biolab and what come out of that. There's no telling what's going to come out of these, or what is in them. And, well, Ukraine ain't innocent either. This has been going on since 2004 is when they first started building them. One of the labs is worth an estimated $2 billion. 2 billion American dollars. Now think about that. Let it soak in. How many of our homeless veterans could have been housed with this? How many poor Americans could have been took care of this with this money? We could have been taking care of our own, but that doesn't happen unless we the people take care of each other. Yeah, let that soak in. Do some research on that one. It's ugly, and it's all a cover-up. All a cover-up and a blame game. Okay, now, remember back, for those who've watched these videos before, remember me telling y'all you need to make up as much of your own organic fertilizer as you can, because it's going to be getting harder to get a hold of? Well, yeah. One very big fertilizer company, and what is it? Sunnyside, Washington State, caught fire. Now, it didn't completely burn down, but quite a bit of it did. If I remember right, now you can do the research, I believe it was a nitrogen fertilizer company. But just do the research. Articles on my MeWe page. Now, if that's not drastic enough, there's other fertilizer companies worldwide that's been, just magically catching on fire. And Russia has stopped all exports of fertilizer. All exports. Now, there's waves talking about China's next. Well, we know can't trust them because, well, they won't be held responsible for a lot of what they've done. And we know how that government is. Not all the people of China are bad, but their government is a whole nother story. Now, Russia and China is number 1 and number 2 exporter of fertilizer worldwide. Number 1 has quit all export. Number 2 is fixing to. Now think about that. There goes fertilizer. If you know somebody who fishes, or if you fish, ask them for the scraps of the fish, the heads, the tail, skin, bones, you name it. Start making fish emulsion. Start talking to local farmers or people who have horses and see if you can't muck out the stalls to save the fertilizer. They're more than happy a lot of times to say yes, more than happy for you to come get the fertilizer. Just get prepared. You need to start composting as much as you can. Those bags of leaves on the side of on somebody's curb, start grabbing them, composting babies. Better start getting proactive and get busy, because there won't be any fertilizer. And no fertilizer, guess what? Plants aren't going to grow like they should, because they have to be fed as well. But make sure you're feeding them correctly. And like Epsom salt, I'm watching the prices increase big time. Where I buy my Epsom salt has gone up almost $1 a bag in less than 2 months. So yeah, that's saying a lot right there. So I've got to start stocking up on that, because to me Epsom salt is an essential for your garden soil. And also if you have trouble with blossom end rot on your tomatoes, peppers, and so on, Epsom salt stops that, because it's a magnesium deficiency in your soil. Epsom salt is magnesium. Now, let's talk about wheat. There is a massive worldwide shortage. Stock up on either whole wheat or flour. Get you a hand cranked grinder or a hand cranked flour mill. Start getting ready, because they're trying to blame what's going on over there with the two countries bumping heads. No, it has nothing to do with them. We have been watching the food shortages go on for at least 4 years. Crops are failing worldwide. Crops are failing, folks. It has nothing to do with what's going on over there. It's a cover-up. Blame this one for everything, when no. It's worldwide shortage, people. Middle East is really worried, because they don't know where they're going to get flour from, especially Egypt, Syria. All of them are crying for wheat, because they eat a lot of bread. And, well, guess what? No flour, no bread. So stock up on that when you can, and as much as you can. Now, let's see. A lot of people don't know rations have started. Rationing has started. Germany has started rationing. Now, here's where I find it interesting, and it flies a red flag for me. Now, with all the hacking going on worldwide, there's a lot of evil people behind this. And, of course, a lot of people's doing it to stir up fear. But if you know there's hacking going on with electronic data, or data, whichever way you want to pronounce it, why would you do electronic ration cards? Because guess what? Those electronic ration cards, if they get hacked, people are not going to be able to get their rations now, are they? And they're also starting to put these ration cards on people's jab cards. Well, if you don't have a jab card, you're not going to get a ration card coming here soon. And what does that mean? Yeah. So keep your eyes out for that. Keep your ears open and pay attention. And if you hear something on mainstream media, research it, because they'll run a false flag over here and push something else somewhere else. You've got to watch out. Now, personally, I'd care less about soy, but Argentina, who is a massive soy producer, has shut down all exports. Now, the sad part about that is, unfortunately, these people are putting a lot of soy products into animal feed. Well, if the biggest soy producer and exporter has shut down all exports to take care of their country, what do you think is going to happen to all these other countries? It's a domino effect, people. Garden, grow your food, do what you can, save what you can. Stock what you can. Please do not stock crap food. Make sure that you stock up on nutritious food that will sustain you, not crap. Think of what the ancestors ate. Beans, rice, flour. Yes, sugar is important if you're going to can. Salt is very important if you're going to can. Be wise in how you stock, and you will survive. Okay. Now here's another one. I'm going to have to tap dance around this one, and I hate having to tap dance because I'd like to be able to speak freely, but well, you know, freedom of speech in America, yeah. Okay. Everybody knows this crap that comes from across the ocean that's gone worldwide. Started out as a scenario plan. Many years back, they talked about it as a scenario. It was a training manual. Well, guess what happened? That training manual come to realization. And yeah, there's another one coming up that a lot of people haven't heard about, but it's been hid right under our noses in front of our eyes. Now, I've heard about it a while back, but I never could find the article. Oh yeah, I found it. It's posted on my MeWe page. So you can read all 89 pages of this crap. It's a new, let's just say, pandemic scenario. It's supposed to start in 2025 and go to 2028. It's now a scenario. But if it was a real scenario, why has a pharmaceutical company built a building, a lab in England? Now, if it's a scenario, why have they already supposedly have the jab for it? You ask me, that's not a scenario when there's a jab for it, now is it? Keep your eyes posted. Pay attention. And like I said, my link to my MeWe page is down in the description box if you want to read it for yourself. I've done printed it out, and I got the original download. Well, it's in safe keeping right now. Okay, now on, oh, also, that, about that scenario, is on the Johns Hopkins website. Yep. Out in plain sight. You just gotta know what to look for now, don't you? On to the next one. Now, I have been noticing this railroad that it's kind of close to the shed, but not that close. I've noticed a lot of Canadian rail cars on it. Now, some of them is coal, some are closed off, some are tankers. But I found out that the Canadian Pacific Railroad is now striking. Now, your two main ways of shipping freight, food, and so on, trucks and by railway. Well, over 3,000 combined together engineers, conductors, and other workers are on full strike. The trains aren't running. And it must be something good. I haven't read the whole article, but their union is even behind it. So what does that tell you? It has to be something good for them to strike over. Okay, let me get a drink. Excuse me. Now this one goes out to those people. Oh no, they'll never put GMO food on the market. No, they don't sell GMO seeds. You can't get anything GMO on the market. Oh really now? You honestly believe that crap? Well, let's talk about our wonderful FDA. Yeah. I hope you read the sarcasm and heard the sarcasm in that one. America's FDA has approved for market the first bioengineered cow. Oh, you heard me. The meat's already in the market. Be careful what you buy, people. I haven't seen what company it goes by, but I'm going to keep digging. I'm going to find out because I'm not buying it. I don't want GMO food. Our ancestors didn't eat this crap, nor should we have to. Now, that's not the only meat on the market that's GMO, folks. Yes, GMO meat has been on the market for a while. There is GMO salmon, which is being raised, of all places, Indiana, by Aqua Advantage. They took a gene from some fast-growing fish in the Pacific Ocean and, Frankensteined it with regular salmon to make them grow faster than they should. So, yeah, GMO salmon has been on the market for many years. I was following that one for a while. But GMO is not on the market. You can't get a hold of anything GMO. Here we go. It's called GAL, G-A-L, Safe Pork. Yes, GMO pork is on the market as well. It was first bioengineered for medical research. What does that tell you? Medical research. And then the FDA passed it to be food safe. When is anything GMO food safe, people? Think about that. Let that soak in for just a little while. Frankenstein food, people. Frankenstein food. I don't want to eat this crap. And I hope you would be wise enough not to want to eat this crap too. Okay, now here's the other scary part. Not to paranoid or scare anyone. I'm using the word scary to think that I in my lifetime would ever witness any of this happening. Now, my great-grandmother warned us of this. She was a woman that had some very powerful insight. She warned us that they was going to clone people. She was a very old lady. Wonderful old lady. And, we kind of just, it's going to be okay, great-grandma. It's going to be okay. she warned us about what was coming. And, well, I wish I would have listened a whole lot sooner. I started listening about 1992. I started seeing the writing on the wall. And I've been following all of this crap before 1992, but the main stuff's really started hitting in 92. It's been railroading really fast. 2030 is on the bullet train. Everything's falling into place faster than they expected it. And people need to get prepared for it. This is more about Germany. And, you know, the food shortages. Because, you know, they don't exist. They don't exist. Or it's Russia's fault. I've noticed the blame game has fell on Russia. And everybody's soaking that in like a brand new sponge. And you need to quit. It's a cover-up. Food shortages have been going on for a while, but they're picking up speed because, well, each year when you keep having a food shortage, a famine, a worldwide famine, seed, where's seed coming from? If you don't have the food to begin with, how are you going to save the seed? There's no seed stock. Y'all notice that the seeds you're buying now, the germination rate is really, really low because a lot of the seed that they're selling now, one, you know, they're all organic seeds or, you know, and guess what? Most of those seeds, those people, these big companies that are selling aren't even grown in America no more. One, I know for a fact, over half of their seeds come from Asia. Yeah. What kind of dealings do they have with raising seeds and over there? Seeds, you trust anything really that comes from over there? No. No, because you know them soils are toxic and everything. Yeah, a lot of people say, oh, my company grows our seed. No, I only know a few that actually hire local American farmers to grow the seed stock. That's the companies I buy from. Rarely do I buy from these two certain companies that's, you know, we're for the people. Oh, no, you're not. No, you're not. Beside the point. Let me get back on track. Because I can soapbox like no tomorrow, but okay, going back to Germany and their rationing. This is something to pay attention to because, you know, that wonderful avian flu that just pops up in big flocks, but there's only one bird out of the whole flock that has it. Not multiple birds. What's this bird doing? This one bird that comes down with it that causes the whole flock to have to be killed and all the flocks around it. Is this bird escaping, running across the road to the other side, getting infected and coming back? No. Don't fall for that stuff, people. By August of this year, Germany will not be able to produce their own eggs because of this so-called avian flu, and plus they're out of feedstock. They're out of animal feed. Think about that. A country that can't produce their own eggs because the feed isn't there. They're killing chickens left and right because of avian flu, and they're not able to raise chicks because they can't raise the chicks because there's no feed there to feed the chicks. And they're saying that Germany will be out completely of eggs in 12 to 15 weeks. Now, this article comes straight from the Minister of Agriculture, whatever they call those people over there in Germany. It's on my MeWe. You can read it for yourself. If this is going to happen in Germany, think of how many other countries it's fixing to happen to. If you can raise your own chickens, you better get to doing it. Raise your own food. Be able to do it. Find a way. And I'm going to tell you right now, think about it. All these people have gotten into this clique. You must feed your chickens laying mix. You must feed it this stuff or that stuff. Really? Think about this. Back in the day, medieval times, our ancestor times, when Americans were starting up here in America, what on earth were they feeding the cows, the pigs, the horses, the chickens, turkeys, ducks, geese? Chopped corn. There was no such thing as layer mixes. You know what this all boils down to? It's our own fault for believing that we have to pump these chickens with layer mash, layer feed, force these poor animals to continually produce. When back in the day, people knew when winter come, everything slowed down. You know why? The animals deserved a break. Humans got breaks because it's too cold to do anything outside. Why couldn't the animals get a break? Pigs ate chopped corn. Cows ate chopped corn. They harvested hay out of the field, old way, sickles, and bringing it, pitchforks on the wagons, bringing them into the barn to put it up. They ate off of hay most of the time during the winter. I mean, people got lights on chickens during the winter, feeding them all this layer mash, making them lay, forcing them to think, oh, the sun is shining, gotta lay an egg. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. It's a cycle of nature. Should tell you something. You know what I've always fed my chickens? Chicken scratch and sunflower seeds as a mix. You know what? There was no layer mash in there. I didn't believe in forcing my chickens to lay eggs every single day like a machine. My chickens were spoiled. They got to run around free range for bugs, ate grass. They got soldier fly grubs once in a while. But you know what? I got the most beautiful, beautiful egg yolks. Beautiful eggs. They got calcium or natural oyster shells. You know what? They got grit. You know what? Them chickens loved what I fed them, and I love those chickens, and they produced. Did I expect them to produce every day? No, because that's not how you do animals. But if you think about it, our ancestors fed turkeys and chickens whatever they had. Bread scraps, scraps from the table. Hogs got slopped. They got corn, cracked corn once in a while. Sometimes they got to free range and root and eat grubs and grass and so on. We're so far away from that anymore, we've lost touch with the old ways. And we're paying the price for it. People, you better get to thinking. If you got rabbits, before long, alfalfa pellets are are going to be hard to get a hold of. You need to be stocking back, because a lot of people don't know rabbits need salt blocks as well. And I always give mine little round salt blocks. Salt helps. The rabbits need the salt. If your rabbits eat their babies, it's because they need salt. Build a rabbit tractor. Build a chicken tractor. Let them free range. Do whatever you can. Gonna have to get some that like to go broody. That way you continually raise more chicks. Because the old ways was, once the chicken stopped laying eggs, it's dinner time. Not for the chicken, but for the human. People, we have lost connection in many, many ways. And we need to find that connection back before much longer. Because the hammer's coming. It's coming down the pike and it's coming fast. And people need to wake up. Don't be paranoid. Don't be scared. Stay calm. Stay cool. Because that way you can see with your eyes, hear with your ears. When you're in a paranoid state, panic state, fastest way to get done with. And you know what I'm talking about. When you stay level-headed, you see everything. Everyone, I hope next one's a little bit better, but from what I'm seeing, no. You better get prepared. Because we're going to finally, America's finally going to have to wake up. Quit letting our government separate us. We're going to finally have to unite. And we're going to have to protect ourselves. Because the united force stays strong. They keep us divided. And they got us. Quit believing this pigmentation crap that they're feeding everyone. Easiest way to keep us all separated. And it's working very well. And it disgusts me to no end. You know why? We all breathe the same. Our blood is all the same color. We are no different from one another. The vessel means nothing. It's what the heart contains. And the spirit. That means everything. And it's time to start uniting, putting aside all this crap that they have force-fed us, and see the light, and see the truth. Because when you know the truth, it shall set you free. And there's a lot of people who enjoy them chains and shackles. Aren't you about tired of carrying them chains and shackles and believing lies? Wake up. Sorry about the video, everyone, but the truth is the truth, and know the truth, and it'll set you free. And it's time that people quit being blinded and know the truth. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. May you each be blessed, stay safe, stay sound, and above all else, stay sane and calm. Panic gets you nowhere. Paranoid gets you nowhere. Stay informed. Stay educated. Keep your head on a swivel. And you become enlightened. Everyone, take care. Know that I love you each dearly. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. May you each be blessed, everyone. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon.